Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Eagle Family Webinar Series event. My name is Samantha Caruth, and I am the Associate Director of Family Engagement, and we're recording the session. So for folks who are here, we're so excited you're here, and then we post the recordings on our webinars webpage so that families near and far, at whatever time works for them, can join us. We're glad you're here today to talk about getting involved in the Nest Network. I'm going to be joined by my colleague and director, Chris Hensley. I know he's running from another meeting, so he may land in the meeting shortly and let me know when he's ready to join us. So let's get started. So our office is New Student and Family Programs. Our role is to focus on welcoming new students and families and also acclimating them to the community, helping them get to know AU, and then also well beyond that first orientation time period is also supporting new students through our district adventures activities throughout the school year, and for families, it's all 4 years. We are here for you, whether it's your first year, first semester, or your student is a graduating senior. We're here for all AU families, parents and families. And there are just a few things that we do throughout the year, but know that we're always here available to you. AU student experience is well in hand with our faculty and staff. And additionally, we're also here for you, parents and family members. Some of the things that our office does are, as I mentioned, new student orientation, families and supporters orientation, which we launched as an in-person event last August. We also had a small mid-year families and supporters orientation in January for students and families who started this month at AU. We also have published calendars and guides for both students and families. We have the biweekly throughout the academic year online newsletter with tips, tricks, updates, and lots of great news stories for families to stay informed about what's happening on campus. And of course, we have our Eagle Family Webinar Series. Today is just one event, but lots of great topics to help families stay informed about what's available to support students, how to get engaged, and how to remind their student, hey, there's an office you can go and visit while you're on campus if you have a question about a topic or another. We also manage the Parents and Families Facebook page. I know that there are other Facebook pages that are not connected to the university in terms of management, but that families are supporting and managing. And so there's lots of communication available. That means, of course. And we also program Family Weekend every fall. So Family Weekend is often considered, oh, it's really just for first year families. But no, it's for everyone. Every year your student is AU, Family Weekend is for you to attend. Also, alumni attend, families attend, not just students and parents. So faculty and staff are here. It's an amazing event every fall. And it's something that we always want to encourage folks to attend. It's actually early October this fall. And then not lastly, but the last on this list is the Nest Network, which we're here to talk about today. And really, this is a pilot. How do we get families engaged in volunteer roles? How do we have parents and families have more opportunity to get involved, to participate, to contribute in a different way based on their interests and based on structures that we have set up. So I'm really excited that you're here with me to join and talk about the Nest Network. So let's see. Let's start with a little bit of a poll. Let me kick that off. How were you involved when your student was in middle school or high school? A little bit different now that they are no longer in those early years, but how were you involved? Let me know via the poll how you get involved. So let's see, we've got some responses coming in, and some of us, myself included, maybe clicked off a few of these, not just one, at different times. But we know everyone's busy, time is tight, and sometimes we just, whatever it may be, we're involved. So it looks like we've got, folks, we're going to go ahead. Answers are in. And it looks like our answer is that we have, oh my gosh, everyone answered 100% coach or were team parents, also PTA member or officer, and also, a couple of us drove carpool to school or to games. So that wasn't just your own student, your own family members, but other students and other families, that family community, that village, as we call it. And of course, attending school functions. Those are the things that we always did. So it's really key to how we participate when our students were younger. Now we're in a different place. We're in a different place. So let's see. Let's see where we go next with that. So the question is like, why family engagement? They're older now. They're over 18. They're not living at home. What are the ways in which that we need to get involved? Why is it important? So here's some research. Parent and family involvement supports student transition to college and their development during the college years. Pretty straightforward. Also, having parents as a secure base may support the development of competence and autonomy. So we know that they are developing as independent adults. And so we're at their shoulder, at their elbows, really kind of supporting them. But being there as a secure support base allows them to continue to be independent and become those, independent adults that we know they are and are developing and going to be. And it happens in stages, we know, as parents. And students rely on advice from family members when making important decisions. So whether it's, should I pick this minor, or I'm considering changing my major, or I'm not sure, like, what am I interested in, whether it be looking at careers or internships. Students are really looking to you as family members for that support. So it doesn't just end when they leave the house. And it's not only relegated to helping them pay tuition and those financial pieces. There's a lot more that goes into it. So let's see, here's another question. So thinking about how are you involved now? It's a little bit different. They're out of the home. They may be far away. How are you now involved with your student? Could be a little bit, could be a medium amount, could be a lot. What ways are you involved with them now? I think for myself, yes, I have a couple of these checked off as well too. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share the results. So you can see that, almost all of us are doing the same things, doing those text or phone call check-ins, maybe sending care packages, scheduling visit to campus just in the middle of the semester, maybe to celebrate a birthday, who knows, or visit home. And also planning to attend or having attended family weekend. That's a nice way to kind of come and see how the students are kind of involved with their experience, seeing them in action on their campus. So there are ways that we're doing it now, for sure. All right. And then our next poll, last poll, I promise. So what are the ways that you would like to get involved? What would you like to see? I already mentioned family weekend more than once. So that's available for attending. That's great. That's in the fall. What are the ways that you think that could be helpful to you? I have some ways to show you, but I wanted to get your input. What are some ways that you would like to see families involved? Could it be helping out during family weekend when families are here talking with other families, greeting them, making connections, whether it be we live in this part of the country, how can we get together? Or what are ways that we can support our student? Maybe it's helping out at move-in. You're going to help drop off your student to campus, or you live locally. How can you help support? the family engagement. So just wanted you to put in there if there are any suggestions you have or kinds of things that you would like to see. Um, there's that opportunity to plug that into the poll as well too. So let's see. We've got folks coming in. All right. Wonderful. Thank you. Super duper. So let's see. And the suggestion was career day kind of presentation. It's totally possible. We don't have that set up yet, but someone who says that they would want to bring their professional experience in to really support what students are learning about different careers, different industries, that kind of thing. So thank you for that suggestion. I think there's so many opportunities, but we are also building them. So we want your input in terms of what would interest you, what you're interested in contributing, what you like to offer, whether it be an idea or your time or, resources. So here's some things that we have available already in place. Through the Nest Network, which, as I mentioned, is brand new this year. You're already part of the AU family community, so you're already signed on without signing on, right? But what are the ways in which folks can get involved now? So a couple of things we offer through our office, new student and family programs. I mentioned move in August. So if you're local or if you're going to be in the area, maybe greeting families. Remember when you were that new parent trying to figure out directions, where do I go? How does move-in work? Having a familiar face, having a parent who already knows some of the ropes might be a great way to help welcome new families. So having move-in helpers or buddies, that's in August. Throughout the year, and this doesn't have to be a time-sensitive piece or location-sensitive. This could be from wherever you are in the country or internationally, to write a brief note in the newsletter. We have newsletters that happen throughout the year. Also in the summer, we have newsletters to new families and continuing families. So having a parent corner or a parent-to-parent section, that would be a great way to have parents who are experienced, you all are already here, sharing tidbits with each other about where to look for the best food on campus. Oh, here's something that we saw in Washington, D.C. when we visited the last time. Tips and tricks from parent to parent. So that's something that doesn't have to be a long, I'm not asking folks to write, academic papers, but it could be a note, a message to welcome folks back to campus. So to have folks really on the communication side of things help me as I work to publish those newsletters and get great information out to families. I also mentioned Family Weekend, of course. Family Weekend, we've had a mixer in the past. We've had a gathering meeting, engagement meeting last fall. We're going to add an opportunity to make neighborhood tables or ways for folks to connect, whether you're from the East or the West Coast or international, connect with other families who might be from your area or just your interest area. So making those connections, helping out with events, greeting folks, having our parent welcome area, family welcome area, an opportunity for families to really get engaged. So having volunteers for Family Weekend would be amazing. And of course, not too much volunteer time that you're not also going to be able to enjoy time with your own student and your own family. So setting that balance that works well for all. And then, of course, the Facebook group communications, whether it be posting in those external AU family Facebook groups or bringing back topics that, we should make sure that we have a post about that we want to post on the main AU Parents and Families page. So it's someone who's really nimble with social media and wants to get involved with that. We love that interest as well. And so that's something that we can start off in the next couple of weeks and months. And those are under new student and family programs. But in addition to our office, we have the Office of Enrollment, the admissions office. They would love to have parent volunteers for their large-scale events for accepted families this spring. The admissions office has had these kinds of events for many, many years, and before the pandemic, we used to have lots of parent volunteers. They're excited to bring them back and would love to have volunteers. So if you are based in LA or New York City or Boston, in early April, we're going to have some parent volunteer opportunities, and we'd love to get folks signed on for that as well. Those are in-person events. And then out of the Career Center, they have lots of great programming throughout the year. But one thing that they know that families have been really helpful with is posting opportunities. So if you are an employer or you work for a company or organization that has internships or job postings and openings, you can today sign up, create an account through Handshake. That's the online portal that they use. Many universities across the country utilize as well. So you can see here our American University Handshake link. And that's where you could post jobs, create an account, post information, and essentially advertise that to AU students. So whether it be undergrad or graduate students, you can really access, really share your information with a wide environment, wide community, get those like bright, capable students in to your company or organization. So those are the network opportunities that we have set up right now. And, as I said, it's really the beginning of where we can go with it. So we're excited for kind of building and going to go to the next step for how we can get more opportunities for families to get engaged. So let's see. I should have mentioned, feel free to put questions in the chat. I see some notes here. Oh, I'm sorry that one of the poll didn't appear. But someone's mentioned that they're happy to get involved with talking with potential families. So that would be good. So in admissions, they have it set up for the families who are accepted for the spring events, but I know that in the future, they'll be building to talk to potential families who haven't yet made their decisions, who are just considering AU or starting that process. So that would be great. Thank you for that. And then also a career day, having something that really connects that idea. So thank you for that suggestion. I'm glad that we're starting. We're a small yet mighty group, but we're going to build these great ideas. So thank you for those two notes. I know that we're speeding along, but I want to know if there are any other questions that folks have to put into the chat or suggestions. This is really just the beginning of our work together. So even if this meeting is just your starting point or continuation point, we know there's so much more to build on. Let's go. Really, I wanted to really wrap this up short and sweet today so that folks can get to their lunch and back to their work day. Some of the takeaways are you may already be connected because you're here, but to remain connected and ensure you're connected via the family engagement communication channels, then online newsletters, checking out the parents and families websites with updates, recordings, calendar updates. Also checking the Facebook page. We update at least weekly, but we're going to work to increase our postings for that. And check in and seeing if there's another webinar topic that interests you that you'd like to join in, or, I'd love to suggest a webinar topic. Maybe for the fall. Our spring program is set, but we always want ideas about new webinars and new topics. Maybe you have a question that hasn't been answered before. It's like, your question may be the question that many other parents have too. So your input is really key in terms of building how we engage with families and how we support students and families. So after today, this meeting, which it looks like we're near the end quickly, I want to ask you to keep an eye on your email because I'm going to send a volunteer interest form to get specific about those areas. Did you say you wanted to help out with move-in, or did you say you want to help out with admissions and maybe you are in New York City in April and can attend an event, or you're thinking about that, or you might want to write something for a newsletter or post a job in the Career Center Handshake page. I'm going to send a form so you can be specific about your interest areas put in your contact information specifically. And then what we'll do is for those who have volunteered in that way, we will make sure we have a follow-up meeting so we can do a little bit of training, make sure everyone has the same information, whether it be about AU, if they're going out to an admissions event, or has the tools that they need to be successful so you can support other families. And then, of course, any questions along the way, whether it be about the NEST network or any of the work that we're doing, new student family programs, any questions that you have, reach out to us. If we don't have the answer, we will be sure to reach out to other departments and we will work to get you the answer as well too. So we're here all year just for you. And here we are. We're now at the end. Our Parents and Families webpage is the place where there's so much information there available to you. Please check if you haven't visited recently, take a look. If you looked at it really when you're a prospective parent and not since, take a look. We'll be updating the family weekend page as well in the next few months so we can get things going for family weekend, which will be the first weekend in October this year. And in general, we're available to you. So thank you for joining us. I know we're short and sweet. I wanted to come in under the 30-minute mark so that folks can get back to their day. We tried our midday time to see if it would work better for some. And I really thank you for joining me. Please note that our office is here for you, and we're here to answer questions and help you problem solve if you have a question that we're not sure about. We have student workers in our office too, so we have a direct line on asking them questions if there's something we're not sure about. But know that we're here on campus, available to students every day, Monday through Friday, and also just available throughout the year. So with that in mind, I don't see any other questions coming into the chat. I want to say thank you for joining us. Know that we will do some follow-up, and please be sure to check those communication channels, reach out with any questions along the way. And we really appreciate you all and look forward to seeing you on campus when you're back on campus. So thank you so much. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to say have a great day, and we look forward to seeing you on screen for the next webinar when the time comes. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.